Hello, I am Anavultus and welcome back to Stronghold Crusader. Now, you may notice that I have GMB mod installed, and this episode is going to be a sort of behind the scenes on my Stronghold Crusader AI only tournament. So, despite the fact that I have GMB mod installed from Lord Valroy, I actually have turned all of its features off just so that it's not going to mess with anything. But the reason I'm doing a behind the scenes is I think I haven't made a video on this series for maybe over a year. So I decided that, looking back at some of the things I did, I decided I needed to improve things to make things better. And as such, I'm actually going to make a new map specifically for this AI competition, because I realized that there are a few things that are unbalanced and that I want to fix. Now, that being said, yeah, so this one is the one we're going to go for. A new Crusader map, maximum size, and are we going to save it yet? We're going to put it on unbalanced. Well, it's not putting it on unbalanced. It's more labeling it as unbalanced. But so I'm going to create a map that we're going to use for the AI. So as such, I need let's see, Z. Okay, that makes it a bit easier to see the entire map. Is 400 by 400 too big? I don't know. I don't think it is. So what I'm going to do here is so the screen is square. So I'm actually going to go quite a distance away from the edge. And my reason for doing that is because some castles can be pretty big. So I'm going to maybe go here. And then I'm also going to maybe go here. And they're pretty close. I might actually have to put them back a tiny bit. I'm going to have to really sight this. Okay. Not sight, but do it on sight. Decide how far it needs to be. Maybe putting it in the corner is on the zoomed in screen is probably a good idea, because that puts it. There we go. We'll see how that goes. And let's destroy something. So the reason I'm changing things is because, of course, I see. Come on. I see that there are issues when recording. Not in the sense that, for example, right now I'm recording using XSplit. I normally would record using OBS or Fraps, but the issue here is, of course, that we'll go exactly in between the two. Yeah, around here. And this is going to be the player keep. So the reason I record in XSplit is because I generally cannot record. Oh wait, no, that's not what I meant to do. I generally cannot record in either of the other two methods, so I have to. I'm just going to put this like so. And that's going to have to be good enough. Okay, so we've got our 3 keeps. And as we can see, we're already getting pretty crowded on the map, surprisingly early. In fact, I actually don't want to do this. Come on. Okay. I want to do this. I want to put the center keep on at least the mid plane or something like that. Let's see if we can put that back on there. And yeah, this isn't an exact science. I'm not going to count the tiles because that would be silly. But the reason I'm putting the others on flat land is because they're obviously going to be making moats and such things. But, destroy that and raise the ground here. And this is going to be our perfect, or hopefully perfect, idea for let's do this around a bit. There you go. That gives us a sort of sloped area, a hill that the keep is on. So the player keep is going to be on a hill. Of course, the game mechanics, the player is going to die, and whoever kills the player gets 500 gold. So I think this is a fairer way to do this AI thing, simply because if we do it this way, it means that maybe we should give it a little bit of a slope. Well, no, I need to. This is, of course, going to be a little bit difficult. There we go. Give it some approaches. Okay. Because normally, what I usually would do is I would take the Lord and attack one of the other lords. And the problem with doing that in a game such as this is that, of course, it leads to some problems. Okay, so now I'm going to maybe put a little bit of grass in the corner, a tiny bit of thick scrub, and some scrub. So each one of the two is going to get a little bit of that. Some grass, thick scrub, and scrub. And this is going to be the sort of heartland for them to be able to get some agriculture up early on in the game. Meanwhile, we're also going to put some oasis grass across to the middle. No, not like that. Let's replace that with earth and stones, just for some texture. We want it to go diagonal. Going to balance the map between the two AIs as much as possible. Now, also, if you don't want to play against an AI on this map, it's perfectly viable to actually play this as a regular map, which of course is going to be very difficult because of how the resources are going to be laid out here. We're going to put some thick scrub. It's going to have a few gaps in it, but that's okay. Some thick scrub. But essentially, the principle, one of the guiding principles behind this map is that the resources are limited. And the reason for that is that in the late game, I want them to have limited resources. I want them to fight over resources. And that's why I'm limiting the resources in this manner. And of course, this is going to be a challenging thing for both of the AIs that will have to then compete over It's a limited amount of resources. Okay, and I need to add vegetation. Now, I'm not going to add olive trees, although some would probably prefer that I should add olive trees. I'm not going to, and the reason I'm not going to add olive trees is I also really like the date palms. I really like the look of the date palms. The reason I'm not adding olive trees is because the olive trees can just spread on this earth, and then we'll have trees for a big part of a game. And I actually don't want that. Not in this situation. Not in this scenario. I don't want to have late game trees in this scenario. So, well, maybe I can put a couple olive trees up. So we'll put a few over here in a bundle, and then opposite we'll put a few over here in a bundle. But mostly the AIs are going to eventually run out of wood, and it's not going to be too hard to run out of wood. In the early game they're going to have plenty, but in the late game it's really going to start running low. And that's the point. I want to challenge the AI. I want to see what the AI does when it has these problems. So we're also going to put some marsh. Well, first I need to establish the stone. And I forget which one's that. Edit height, mountain, iron. That's iron. Where is stone? There it is. Rocks, boulders. So we're going to drop that a bit. Going to see about how I'm going to do this. Okay. Going to give them both some rocks, opposite sides of each other. And I'm also going to give them both some iron, opposite sides of each other. And this will allow them to raid each other as well. So that's another important part of this, is to give them the ability to raid each other. I may also give them a tiny bit of boulders to the far side as well, just for safety, because they really need whatever they can get. And we'll put, let me think, where do I want to put this? I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put some marsh on either side of this, and I don't want too much oil. A couple patches of oil there. So hopefully this is going to be a map where they're going to run out of resources, and that's the point. And hopefully I've given them plenty of room to expand with all this land right around here and all this land right around here. It shouldn't be a problem for them to build the castles to full size. So now, I guess the thing that we're going to do is we're going to add some character to the map. So for those who are wondering what exactly... should I put... I don't think I should. I don't think it's too important. Maybe I should make a little ruined town just to give it some character. Just put a couple buildings down. Just do that a bit. That should be fine. Just to give it a little bit of character. Not too much though. We don't want too much trouble. Should I put a few more trees? Well, maybe a few more. Maybe some desert shrubs. Those might be nice to have a few of those around. This map isn't designed to be a pretty map. It's designed to be a useful map. So maybe I can put a few coconut palms in there, here and there, to flesh it out a bit. And maybe a few cherry palms. Just straight up palm trees there. There we are. And that should be enough resources, as well as put them in a position that is going to allow them to fight each other. Yeah. I'm just checking to see whether the safe farming patch and the safe stone, safe wood, they've got their safe patches, and they've got their risky patches, and the iron is just the iron. It is what it is. Edit land. Do I want some driven sand? Save map. Might as well. And we're going to call this versus map. Why not? Very easy to remember title.
Saving
map. And now it's going to save. And this has been a behind the scenes. So just to say that it's nice. Yeah. Yep. I actually don't think I need to change anything about this. So I'm going to go back. I didn't change anything, so it should be fine. And we're just going to check to see if versus map. I'm going to put myself right there. 2 opponents, Abbot and Pig. I think that's very fitting. And so essentially the way that I plan to do this,
your popularity is falling.
Is I plan to just do nothing, and whoever kills me first gets the bonus money, and we'll also have and we'll see how big they build their castle. So as you can see, they've already started farming to some extent, and the Abbot has gone ahead and done that a bit, but they are going to eventually fight pretty quickly over all this land. So I'm not actually going to play this game to completion because I want the tournament to be well structured. But essentially this is the reboot of my Stronghold Crusader AI tournament series. This is the reboot, and as you can see, we can go. Yeah, they can reach us. Okay, good. Maybe I put the stone patch a bit too large, but I know that some AIs like to get a lot of stone. However, the pig does not, apparently. So we'll see how this works out. Oh, I had a little hiccup there. Some technical issues, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah, let me just press Z. I think the stone patch might be a little bit too close. I might have to shrink the stone patch down or put it farther away. Well, on this side, yeah, it's far enough on this side. Yeah, I might have to change a couple things. But we'll see.
We are under attack.
So as you can see, this is what my general game plan is going to be. I'm just going to let them come in and kill me, essentially.
No change in the treasury, Lord.
Oh, no change in the treasury. Opulent and noteworthy. Oh no, they're sitting in the swamp. Guys, that's not the best place to be honest. Yeah, this may be too close. Might have to shrink it down. I drew all these things while I was zoomed way out, so they might all be a bit too large. Actually, I think they are a little bit too large, but I think it's fine. We'll just treat it like it's normal. We'll pretend that there's nothing wrong with it. we'll see. We'll see how that works.
People are leaving the castle.
Didn't mean to do that. Anyway, thank you all for watching. This has been a behind the scenes on the Stronghold Crusader AI only tournament. And please tell me what you think in the comments. Is there something that I can improve about the map? Is the map inaccurate? Is there something else that you'd like to see me do in Stronghold Crusader? Tell me in the comments below, and I will read the comments because I don't actually get too many comments, so I actually have the ability to read all the comments that I get. So thank you all for watching, and I will be seeing you all next time. Anavultus over and out.